tinfoil hat. Oh, what the fuck are you guys even talking about?
Global controls will have to be imposed, and a world governing body will be created to enforce them.
Welcome to Tinfoil Hat. We go deep, homeboy. Aaron, open your mind. Drink from the fountain of knowledge. There's lizard people everywhere. That's some interdimensional shit. Wake up, Aaron.
This is only the beginning.
Dude, you just blew my mind.
Are you ready to get your mind blown?
Revolution will be podcasted.
Yes, it is podcasted. It's the big 200, the big 200, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, joining me, my partner in crime, XG, and the place to be.
What's up?
XG,
Two Mexicans.
Two Mexicans. Do you remember what episode you jumped in on?
136, I think.
136. So, well, I'm glad you're aboard. You're one of the only sane people in my fucking life. Joining me, as always, I love him all my heart. One of my favorite people on the planet. The most entertaining dude I know. If he did comedy full time, he'd be the baddest one of all of us. My good friend, Mr. Eddie Bravo.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining, brother.
Thank
Of course,
you guys.
yeah.
Thank you.
So, a lot of you guys are going, where is David Icke right now? My fault. There was 2 email chains. We were emailing back and forth. I never thought we got a confirmation. He confirmed on the other email chain. So now he's going to be here June 26th. We're going to bang that one out. So David Icke will be coming on. But right now, it's just Sam Tripoli and 2 fucking swinging Mexicans. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Let's get into some dates here, dude. We got some shows coming up. We're proud to this weekend. And tickets are moving, we're proud to announce. Myself, Eddie Bravo, XG, Reed Baker. We will be live on the Alien Shot JFK Tour of Texas. That's right. We are there the 14th, which is this Friday coming up. We're at Plano, Texas. Tickets are already moving on that one. So I grab your tickets right now. It's, again, the whole crew there. And then the following night, we are at the Secret Group in Houston, okay? So you can go grab those tickets. Go to samtriple.com, click the link. You can grab those tickets right there. The following week, myself, XG, we are at Skankfest in Brooklyn. We're doing some stand-up, and we're also doing a live tinfoil hat with my man, Tim Dillon, okay? And then we have July 6th, another tinfoil hat comedy night. That's right, tinfoil hat. Myself, Eddie Bravo, XG, and we have, I think, 1 or 2 comics will be jumping on. And we are at the Rec Room in Huntington Beach, and I believe those tickets are moving quickly, okay? If you want to support the show, go to tinfoilhattshirts.com. Grab them. We have everything up there. We have Alien Shot JFK shirts, which soon be up. We have Loyal to the Foil shirts. We have the Ninja shirts. We have, you name it, the Ronin, silver and black Ronin shirts. We're going to be bringing some shirts out with us to Texas this weekend. Yes, look at that. Who's a good-looking guy? Bam, looking sexy. And then we got the Patreons on fire. Conspiracies Now is the sleeper hit of the summer. People don't even realize how hard it's killing it. If you go to samtripoli.com, you can see a preview there. Or check out our Patreon. Go to patreon.com, tinfoil hat. And it's been rocking lately. And I'm doing your questions and answers every Sunday. I answer all your questions. I do them AMA Sundays, any questions you have. And then what we also do when I answer your questions, and then I go into the mailbox on our Instagram and Tinfoil Hat on Twitter, and I get the craziest stories of the week, and I discuss them with you. And then we ended up with the crazy days and nights, and we break down all the weird gossip out of Hollywood. So that is AMA Sundays, only on Patreon. It's a $5. Join it. Help the cause. And then what else do we got? Oh, yeah, our good friends at BetDSI, man. BetDSI, you could have made some money off of Tony this weekend at UFC. Go to BetDSI, use the promo code PUNCH. HAT100, and anything you deposit up to $500, they will match. You put in $500, you'll end up with $1,000, okay? Now, if you take the bonus, you can't pull it right out. But If you don't take the bonus, you put your money in, boom, make your bet, you can pull it right out. So if you want to be a one hit it and quit it, boom, just put in a little, make the bet, pull your money out if you win. If you want to stay for the long run, take the bonus, they'll double it up, and you got to gamble so much for you to get it out. So do that for me. And of course, our good friends at Blue Chew. You guys love Blue Chew? I love Blue Chew as well. Okay? Blue Chew, let's see, right here. Guys, let's talk about sex. Good sex. Remember, dude, did I get on my sweet voice or what? Remember the days when you were always ready to go? By the way, still ready to go. Always ready to crush. Always ready to crush. But I love me some Blue Chews, man. Now you can increase your performance and get extra confidence in the bed. Listen up. Go to BlueChew.com. That's right, blue, the color blue. Blue Chew brings you the first chewable, same FDA-approved active ingredients in Viagra and Cialis, so you know it works. You can take them anytime, day or night, even on a full stomach or an empty stomach, and they are chewable, and they work twice as fast as pills. You can get ready whenever you have the opportunity. That's right. I love it. They're American-made. These are boners for Americans. All right? I'm tired of these foreign boner pills coming in here and me getting French boners or German boners or Mexican boners. No offense, guys, but I prefer an American boner. I love them all the time. Sometimes I'll double up and I'll get fucking iron hard Ginsu dick, okay? But that's from our good friends at Blue Chew. So go to Blue Chew, use the promo code HAT. Yes, that's right, HAT, to try it for free. That's right. So right now we got a special deal for our listeners. Go to BlueChew.com and get your first shipment free. And when you use the promo code HAT, just pay $5 shipping after that. Right? American boners for American men, for American ladies, unless you're gay. And it's American boners for American men, for other American men. And that is the business, dog. Big 200. Yes. Eddie, you were on the first podcast. You were on podcast number 1.
Damn.
And now you're on podcast 200.
Holy shit. Blowing up.
Yeah, dude. And it's like, I feel like more and more people are coming to our side. And they're more and more into what we're talking about. And more of them are hot chicks.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay.
Which part? The hot chicks or then coming
Yeah,
out?
I always seem to get into an industry where there's no girls. You know?
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu, no girls.
Dude, have you
conspiracy theories, no girls.
Have you watched the Wu-Tang special on Showtime? The 4-part series? Watch it. We're the new Wu-Tang, dog. I'm telling you right now, we are the new Wu-Tang, dude. People are coming. They're coming for a special thing. And we got certain pockets we do. Yeah, it didn't go that well in Alabama. Well, we didn't know it was the home of the New World Order, okay? We didn't know that, all right? All right?
Yeah.
So, boom. But we're back in our stomping grounds, Dallas, Houston, and it's going great.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I mentioned that last Houston show we did.
Yeah.
It was the best.
Secret Group's a secret.
Yeah. That
great
crowd
place.
they were alive and ready to laugh and drunk and loud and fuck, dude. It's like anything you said, they laughed. They were just ready to have a good time.
That's close I've ever been to Bert Kreischer, being Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, it's like,
that dude takes a breath, people go crazy.
Yeah, it was Houston. There's something about Houston. And it's always been that way because when I used to travel with Joe, I wasn't doing comedy. I was just traveling with them, just party with them and stuff on the road. And Houston was always magical. He always crushed Houston.
I love Houston, dude. I love it. It was a lot of fun. I don't know how they're going to pack all these people because we had so many tickets sold last time. We sold even more this time, and it seemed like that room was packed.
Yeah.
We're going to have to fucking get them in.
Pack them up, pack them in.
So what is going on in the world of conspiracies? Where are we right now? What have you been focusing on? What's your favorite thing? Q still a thing? Are you into the FISA reports?
Yep.
Are we moving forward on that?
Yep.
Do you still have faith in that whole thing?
Oh, Q's more real than ever. No one should be questioning it anymore. All the stuff that's finally coming out, like, Fox will cover anything with a positive spin in regards to Republicans. When George W. Bush was in there, they were sucking his dick.
They're sucking his
dick.
dick.
So that's just the way it runs. So it's all the media's bullshit, right? Because no matter what, CNN is going to be on the Democratic side, and
MSNBC.
Yeah, and then Fox is going to be on the Republican side. But the crazy thing about Fox is everybody knows Trump's not really a Republican. He ran on the Republican ticket because he wanted to get elected, and if he would have ran as an independent or like a libertarian, it wouldn't have happened. So everybody knows he's not really a Republican. He agrees with a lot of Republican values, but he's not really a Republican. But the fact that he chose to run as a Republican was, and if you believe all the Q stuff, which I do, like 90% I do, I'm hoping, it could be a big mind fuck.
Could it be, spoiler alerts, more than inside scoop, meaning they're in on it, they're part of it, but they're kind of releasing it as just like, oh, this is inside information?
Well, it was inside information a year ago. Fox wasn't reporting on the stuff that's going on. All the stuff that's coming out now, all the D-class stuff, and, little by little, they're just dripping out little pieces of text messages and emails, and everyone's getting busted. We knew all that shit a year ago following Q. So all the stuff that Fox is reporting now, Fox is just lucky. Because if Trump would have ran as a Democrat, then Fox would be talking shit on Trump. But the fact that he ran as a Republican, now they get all that juicy Q stuff, and all the Q stuff is real. So what you have is like Fox reporting on real shit now. They're
on the right side of it.
Yeah, definitely.
When George was in office, George Bush,
they lucked out.
They were pushing all the weapons of mass destruction and shit. They were on the wrong side of it, right? And now they're on they're on what we believe is to be.
They're just down with whoever is Republican.
Yeah,
and it just so happens that Q is Republican.
Is the deep state though just Democrat? It's got to be both sides, right? Including George Bush and Cheney and all them and all that.
Yeah.
So basically, who are the bad guys? As we're 3 years into Trump's administration, who do you see as the bad guys?
The deep state?
Yeah, who is the deep state? Is it just a Democrat thing? Because we had no,
it's not. It's not. The Bushes are definitely evil.
It's not a RD thing.
No,
Can we agree on that? Yeah.
No, but I think the New World Order is more democratic. I mean, with their pushing, with their values. You know what I mean? Because New World Order, you want to have a New World Order, you have to kill God. You got to kill God? You got to kill the family. You got to corrupt as many people as possible, and that's what the Democrats do. The
Bushes, though. I mean, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just trying to sort this out. And that the Bushes for sure were New World Order for sure.
100%.
And almost like George Bush was
the
leader of that shit.
Yeah,
I just think that,
or the top general. I'm sure there's people above.
Yeah, there's above, the Rothschilds, and above that.
I think the Bushes are right there with the Rockefellers.
Family.
The Bushes and the Rockefellers are same level. That's what I think.
They're Bushes maybe aren't original 13, but they're pretty much like
Bushes go back to the turn of the century, back when George Senior's grandfather. His father was Prescott Bush, but his grandfather was Samuel Bush, and that guy was Frank Rockefeller's right-hand man. So they've been intertwined with the Rockefellers over 100 years.
Yeah. I mean, the dude straight up work with Nazis.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting. And now we have this move by YouTube to censor Nazi videos. And it sounds like that's a really great thing, right? It's like, oh, yeah, get rid of the bad Nazis. But then you got to go back, who started, CIA starts Google. Google buys YouTube, rechanges their name to Alphabet. But who starts Google? CIA. Who started the CIA? The Nazis. So it's almost like they're not even trying to censor it. They're just more cleaning up their tracks at that point, Yeah,
you just look at everything that YouTube's trying to censor, and then, that'll give you a good idea of what the truth is. You know what I mean? Whatever they're trying to bury, there's a reason they're burying it.
And it's just so weird because it's like you could literally put out a conspiracy that they want, like a Russian collusion conspiracy, and they won't touch it. And then you put out something that hits close to the power, And all of a sudden, it's like, okay, this got demonetized. I don't really care if my channel gets demonetized. That doesn't mean anything to me. I've always been demonetized, so that's
me too.
just
I don't give a
that's
shit.
part of my life.
Yeah.
I earn my dollars. Talk about American-made boner pills, okay?
Yeah.
That you can get for hat promo code hat. All right. So I don't really mind when I see that yellow dollar sign.
I've never taken a penny from YouTube, or I've never monetized any of my shit. I don't give a shit about
Is this
that.
book burning? Do you see it as book burning? What's going
Absolutely.
on?
Absolutely.
They're not
Duncan-
censoring aliens no more. And you called that a long time ago.
Yeah, of course.
Now they're
not.
just
They
pushing
want-
it now. There's a lot of podcasts.
They've always
Yeah.
want aliens. They're preparing us for the ultimate event that will have us embracing the New World Order. And the only way we're going to embrace the New World Order is if there's an alien threat. That's what this is all about. That's what all of it. Since, 1945, the end of World War II, right? Operation Paperclip. We get half the Nazis. They get half. Russia gets half the Nazis. It just turns out that we become the two superpowers.
Wouldn't you love to be at that draft? Okay, picking with the first pick in the draft. The United States selects Von Braun.
Yeah, with the first pick. So we get half the Nazis. Russia gets the other half. Who fake space? Russia and the United States. We fake space. Who has like super like MK Ultra programs? Russia and the United States. So it was like who was trying to scare their own people with fake UFOs that they built? The Nazis. The Nazis were doing that. They did that. No one disputes that. So when we took the Nazis, they were probably surprised that we weren't trying to scare our people with aliens. Go, dude, you guys aren't on aliens yet? What the fuck are you doing? So they were like right away, 1947, Roswell. That was some bullshit. That shit wasn't real. That was part of the whole fake alien invasion. They right away, all these comic books in the 50s came out, nothing but space and Mars attacks and all these shitty ass movies of Martians and Martian this, Martian that. They're gonna attack us. Everything. Star Trek was created by a Freemason. All the astronauts are Freemasons. 2001 Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick, Werner von Braun. Directed all 6 moon missions. His best friend is Walt fucking Disney. Walt Disney's balls deep in creating science fiction and space before it. Dude, just it's mind-boggling that red flags aren't up for everybody. Like, come on, man. Come on.
Why do you think people fight it so hard?
The indoctrination is so strong, dude. You grow up with all you see is space. E.T., Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, space. I sit there and I watch the latest animated movies with my son, cartoons. Space is in everything. They have space in everything. That's the number one component of a children's program. They're going to throw space in there and aliens and all that shit. And then dinosaurs too. They throw a lot of dinosaurs in there. So by the time you're in your 20s or 30s and people start questioning it, there's no way you're going to think that's the stupidest shit ever. You walk into a class from day one, there's a globe in your class. All that shit. Come on, man. Come on.
It is, they are stubborn when it comes to being lied to.
Yeah. It's the craziest thing ever. Flat Earth is the craziest thing, but guess what, dude? It's fucking flat, dude. And everyone is going to find out eventually. No one ever gets into flat Earth and then turns back. You don't. It's like Santa Claus. When you find out Santa Claus isn't real, people don't go back and say, you know what, I'm starting to believe in Santa Claus again. No, it's the same fucking thing, dude. Water is level. That's the science of water. Everyone's talking about science. The science of water
Explain that to somebody
level.
turning in. What do you mean by water and level? You're saying that water
is always level no matter
level.
what. It's always level.
Like if this was like, let's say I had a ball here, right? And I was having water shoot down it, it wouldn't go around the ball?
It'd go around and drip off.
Like this? It wouldn't go around it. Is that what you're saying?
It'd fall.
No, it would just fall off. It would just drip off. Imagine a tennis ball that's wet and you spin it. What happens? The water flies off, right?
Yeah.
The only thing that keeps the ball earth theory together is gravity. That's the only thing. But gravity's never been proven. Gravity's like, oh, gravity's been proven. Look, gravity. No. Gravity. Like you pick something up with gravity. No. Try doing that to a helium balloon. Then what? What is that? Helium balloon, an anti-gravity spaceship? What about a helium balloon? You can't explain that, can you? Why doesn't that drop? You drop the mic because the mic falls because it's more dense than the medium that surrounds it. Helium balloon is less dense, so it goes up. Anything that's less dense than the medium that surrounds it goes up. Anything that's more dense goes down. You drop a rock that you can fit in the palm of your hand, you drop it in the ocean, what happens? It sinks. You drop a ball, a tennis ball, what happens? It floats. It floats. It's right there in between the air and the water because it's more dense than the air, but the air that's inside the ball is less dense than the water, so it's right there in the middle. Doesn't sink. What is that? There's a force strong enough to keep the ocean stuck to it, but it's not strong enough. It's not strong enough to affect a helium balloon or smoke or birds. Birds can do. If there was a force strong enough that kept oceans attached to it, we would be stuck to the fucking ground. We would be stuck to the ground. Come on, man. Come on. It's really simple. Things fall because they're more dense than the medium around it. They rise because they're less dense. Helium balloon, explain that. Explain that. Can't explain it. You just, gravity. Gravity. I can, in any country, in any city, I can prove to you that water will always find its level. I could just take a bottle of water and I could prove it. But no one could ever prove that a ball can, water that can stick to the exterior of an object. Water conforms to the interior of an object. It doesn't conform to the exterior. You can't.
Have we ever recreated gravity in science?
Neil deGrasse Tyson, he'll even tell you. He's like there's a famous video. He goes, well, when you talk about gravity, we don't know. It's a theory. It's a theory.
Do you find it interesting that all the allegations against him mysteriously went away, like so quickly? Like everybody else who got convicted, accused of stuff, took a beating.
He's done a lot. I mean, look what he's doing, pushing. You saw him when he dropped that mic and showed flat earthers what was up. He dropped that mic. He's so smart. You know what I mean? He wouldn't challenge Eric Dubé to a debate. Eric Dubé was down. Joe Rogan was going to set that up. Me and Joe were like, because we were arguing about flat Earth, and I said, why don't you just have Eric Dubé on the show and debating Neil deGrasse Tyson? Neil deGrasse Tyson, he'll talk shit when there's no flat Earthers around, but he ain't gonna talk shit around Eric Dubé. Eric Dubé would smash Neil deGrasse Tyson with science. With science, the science of water is it's always level. The Earth is 70% water. We should be able to find curvature in the ocean. On land is uneven. You really can't. It's unpredictable land. You really can't measure curve correctly. But in the ocean, we're 75% water. There should be, if the water is curved, it curves at a certain consistent rate. And they've already figured that out. They figured it out. If we're on a ball that's 25,000 miles in circumference, that's what they say. That's what school will tell you. That's what the textbooks tell you. We're a ball that's 25,000 miles in circumference. At that size, the ball should curve at a rate of 8 inches per mile squared, not 8/16. It's 8 and then 32. At that rate, no one disputes that. All the people battling, there's people that battle flat Earth. There's just all these battles going on. There's battles everywhere on YouTube. They all know the formula. And with that formula, at 100 miles in the ocean, there should be 6,600 feet of curvature. But how do Navy ships target other ships 100 miles away? How do they do that? They take pictures. They have a laser that targets other ships 100 miles away. It's impossible. That's impossible.
How high do you have to go, flat. Do they say, for
it's
you
flat.
to see
10,000. They say 10,000. Supposedly. 10,000 feet.
No.
That's what they
Neil
say.
deGrasse Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Okay, ships or airlines, they travel at 35,000 feet on average,
yeah.
Right? So, and then people always say, oh, look at a fucking plane. You can see the fucking curve. No, dumbass. You can't see,
curve
at 35. Because your boy Neil Tyson, he said that you can't even see the curve of the Earth at 110,000 feet. Planes fly at 35,000 feet. And Neil deGrasse Tyson, there's a video. All the video, the shit he says, dude, it's all over like the flat Earth community. They dissect all that shit. And there's a video, and the reason why he says that is because there's all these amateur balloon cameras they go up, they stop at 110,000 feet. They don't really get any higher than that. But at 110,000 feet, it's still flat. Right? So Neil deGrasse Tyson had to come out and say, the world is so big that even at 110,000 feet, you still can't see the curve. Even at 110,000 feet, it still looks flat. You're just not high enough. So that's very interesting that he says that, because you got all these fucking idiots saying that they see the curve of the Earth at 35,000 feet. Shut the fuck up. Listen to your boy Neil deGrasse Tyson. Shut up with that shit. You know what I mean? And then all that shit with Steve-O, and he's saying, yeah, the Red Bull jump, and I saw the curve. That was about 100,000 feet, dude. Your boy Neil deGrasse Tyson said there's no curve. Oh, and then you have all those pictures, those fake-ass fish-eyed lens pictures. Everyone gets fooled with the fish-eyed lens. They all get fooled. They're these fake-ass pictures of the International Space Station. It's a picture of Earth. They're supposedly on the International Space Station. You could find one of those. International picture of Earth from There's gonna be like a little. On the side. You're gonna see like a little solar panel, a little arm to let you know they're on the International Space Station. And then they show you the Earth curved, and it's a fisheye lens. It's basically a picture from maybe 100,000 feet on a plane. They take a picture and then they just put with the fisheye lens, and then they look at that shit. This is the shit you see all day. All day. Find one. They see that? There it is, the solar panel. What did I tell you?
Yeah, he did call it a solar panel. He's like, the solar panel.
Dude, right there. All the pictures are like that. People are so full. They think that's a picture from International Space Station. And they curve it. Look at that. All of them. Look at that. This bullshit, dude. Come on. And people buy it. They believe it, dude. They believe all that shit. Look at that. See the tops of that? Look at that picture. Oh, we're from the International Space Station. Look. Oh, you think that's a
That's definitely a fisheye lens.
Dude, they're all fisheye lens, dude. That's how they get people. People are so fucking retarded. Like, how many times they got to fake the moon mission before you don't believe shit coming from them? How many times? Me at 6. Some people might be 20. I'll still give them another chance. I believe in them.
Do you think that those people from the Challenger are still alive that blew up?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Can you look that up? Look up Challenger crew still alive. Live after explosion. Now, go click on images real quick. This is so interesting. I can't wait to get Aaron's thoughts on this. This will be click on that. Okay, so if you go through this picture, these are pictures of these astronauts at that time, and then people who have the exact same names except for the black guy and the Asian, who are supposedly twins of theirs. Okay, so they're supposed to be the twins, but everybody else pretty much has the exact same name. Okay, so keep that open up another one, and let's see the names that are supposedly still alive. Now, it's so interesting because they didn't know the internet was going to be around at this time.
Yeah.
So they didn't even think about changing their names up.
1986, I think.
Right? So it wasn't even close to this. So you go, go click on space.com. Okay. See if we can get the names of there it is. Go click it. Okay, yeah. And get that one over there. Over. Nope. There you go. Yeah, click on that. That's the names of these guys, okay? So each one of these have a name, right? Except I think Greg. They can't find who Greg, and he's probably the one who was like, fuck you, I ain't changing my lives. Oh, boom, suicide, right? But everybody else has somebody that has their similar name. Like Dick Scorby is like Rick Scorby, right? And then if you go up. So where? You can find where the names they give you. Oh, there. Go to that one. Go over. Nope. Oh, that one. I think that's it. Yeah, they give you their names and what the real names are. Nope, that's not it.
No, that's not them. Yeah.
So it's crazy how they're still alive. It's so freaking weird.
If I had to guess, nobody is going on those space shuttles. They just launch them. There's nobody in there. They launch them. They land in space.
Click on that one, dude. Up one. There you go. That one right there. Where they show you their faces. Yeah. And it's basically the same people. Look at that one in the bottom. It's the same guy. Yeah, and they all have the same name. They all have the same name.
Yeah, they were never on the space shuttle. I don't think anybody's on the space shuttle. I think they just launch them, and they land in the ocean or whatever, or maybe they're just high altitude planes. But what happened probably is that space shuttle blew up, and that was an accident. And now they go, now what do we do? We're supposed to be dead. And they just said, fuck it.
Look at that. That's her name. Sharon Christina whatever her name is.
McAuliffe.
And then look at what her name is. Sharon A. McAuliffe. Like, she didn't even change her name, man.
Yeah. She changed her middle name.
No, but
she changed her middle name, dude. It's just Sharon McAuliffe.
She did. Like, they don't even change their names because they never knew that the internet was going to be around. So they didn't expect that the people would be able to go back and look at them, right?
Yeah.
It's so.
At what point do you get suspicious? At what point?
Oh, I don't trust NASA as far as I can kick it. Okay, go up to click that one. Click that one right there with the chick. No. Up
This
there.
one?
Second to last. Yeah, that one. Nope. Okay, you just lost it. Okay, go where they show the
You need a red pointer. Like
with the before and after. All right? See that down there? If you look at that chick right there, if you look at her,
dude, that's so her.
Yeah, look at the way she
name.
smiles.
She didn't even change her name.
Yeah, and just at the smile, like the little click, like they point out how their facial features are exactly the same. Their haircuts are exactly the same. It's so hilarious. It's just unbelievable how nobody sees this. It's just unbelievable how nobody gives a shit. It's unbelievable.
Indoctrination is strong, dude.
You know why? They just can't believe. I love that Aaron's sleeping during the big 200. It's the big 200. This is the big fat party, and you're over there sleeping when we're over here partying like it's 86 when this thing exploded. So I want to get into. So if it's flat, we're gonna give you. It's flat. Is it infinite?
No one knows.
And it just keeps going.
We don't know.
Like some weird GIF on fucking the internet.
Nobody's seen a picture.
Space is like that. They say space is infinity.
Yeah, so why not an infinite plane? Who knows?
I mean,
don't know.
Are you a flat earther, XG?
No, but every time.
Are you married to the ball? Are you married?
No, fuck no. I'm not married to shit.
Once you say you're not married to the ball, you're on your way, dude. It takes about 2 years. Trust me, you don't go back. Once you start questioning and then you start looking into it, and then once you get into a little tiny discussion or argument with your friend about it, now you got to prove.
You know how often happens at a bar now?
Oh yeah, definitely.
What do you do? Oh, I do conspiracies. Oh, you believe in flat Earth? And then I'm like, oh, well, it's not that I don't.
Yeah.
And then I get two type of people. One, they get really fucking upset. They think I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
And then other ones were like, dude, no fucking way. So am I. I don't tell no one.
Yeah.
So am I. And they get like these secret guys.
I get some awesome flat Earth information from a UFC Hall of Famer, former champion, super famous in the broadcasting part. He doesn't want anybody to know.
Ronnie Lott.
He doesn't want anybody to know because, obviously, there's a chance that it could
blow up in his face,
ruin his broadcasting career or whatever. You know what I mean? So he knows more about flat Earth than most guys I know. And he just sent me a bunch of cool documents from NASA and the Russian space program, all talking about things that are on a flat plane, like in regards to flat Earth. It's pretty crazy, man.
I admit I'm afraid to commit either way. I'm afraid to commit.
No, you are because of the ridicule. I was too for like a year and a half.
But you can choke motherfuckers out. I have to sit there and be like,
nobody's gonna fight. It's not like wearing a MAGA hat. You know? Can you imagine if you had a flat Earth hat and people got violent with you? That'd be crazy.
So I want to get into. We can come back to flat Earth if we want, but I want to get into all these suicided stuff that's been happening recently. Hillary Clinton's brother mysteriously died out of nowhere. Now, he did have a bad coke problem. They are up there in 8, so it is possible he could have died. But, like, in Arkansas, a bunch of women senators have been offed.
Yep.
Both trying to stop, like, child
trafficking rings.
Yeah, and they're getting offed.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that shit?
Doesn't surprise me. That's been going on forever. You start investigating child trafficking rings. You're putting your life in harm's way. You know, I don't really. You don't see me posting about trying to bust child trafficking rings. Fuck
dude,
that.
I don't want any
I
new
stay away from
information,
that.
dude.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I stay
don't
away.
give me any new info, dude. I don't need to know. I'm just a fucking. I'm like Google.
That's where people get hung. That's where people get hung.
Get double shots in the back of the head and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, but people just still can't believe that she's like that. It's like, how many people, if you had as many people around you die that Hillary's had, people be weirded out. They'd be like, dude, I don't want to be friends with any Bravo.
Can you imagine if there was a Trump body count? Can you imagine what the media would do?
Do you also find it amazing how, like, these people in Hollywood, we've never gotten into Isaac Cappy with you either. What's your thoughts on Isaac Cappy?
He probably got capped.
He got capped. So someone put this video that he's going to make a return. I'm like, oh, dude, I don't know if I can get behind that shit. Like, it wasn't real.
He faked his death?
Yeah, that's what some people are saying.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
He said he made a mistake. What do you think his mistake is? He goes, I made a mistake. I let everybody down. Do you think
maybe my guess would be that a lot of people came to him and
gave him money?
No, people came to him and with information and evidence, and maybe he got paid off to bury that evidence. You know what I mean? Like if someone came up and said, we know that you know this, and you know, I don't know. Sounds like he took some money.
Sounds like he took some money and gambled it maybe, or spent it on drugs or something like that.
Something. It sounds like someone gave him money to shut up.
It's just like everybody involved with this shit just
fuck that.
Says
you know what? No one believes it anyways, because you try to tell people that there's this gigantic international child trafficking ring going on, and a lot of people in Washington are involved and powerful.
And Hollywood?
Celebrities, yeah. You know, no one believes it. So fuck it. I'm not going to push for something. You ain't believing it? Fuck it. Let them get tortured. You know, no one believes it. Wake the fuck up. There's nothing I could do. I'm not going to fucking be out there trying to stop that shit. You know, I want to live my life, but I know it's happening, and I watch videos about it, and I'm on YouTube about it, but I ain't trying to fucking stop that shit. You know what I mean?
Dude, there's nothing you could do, man.
You know, I don't joke about it. You know, like drinking baby blood. That's that's not funny. You know what I mean? You can't make that funny. You know, how are you gonna make that? You know, Hillary eating babies and shit. That is not funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I stay away from that.
Yeah, because people getting. I mean, it's long. The list is long.
You know, they say that the elite, the high level Illuminati or whatever you want to call them, they're drinking adrenalized baby blood, you know, for health purposes, to keep them younger.
It's like their Gatorade.
Yeah, and you know. And I don't know what, I mean, I think Hillary needs to check her blood. You know what I'm saying? Like where she's getting that Mexican blood or something. You know what I mean?
Have you ever heard that
she's getting that GMO blood. You know what I mean? It's synthetic blood. You need to get that Tom Cruise blood. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, find his dealer. Get that blood.
Who wins in a fight? Who wins in a fight? Tom Cruise or Justin Bieber?
You hear that stupid thing?
Tom Cruise, dude.
Think Bieber gets lit up?
Fuck yeah.
Whoever comes first loses. I'm surprised Dana White doesn't try to make that happen.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, would be very interesting if Justin Bieber became a transgender. That would be, dude. He'd be the best looking transgender ever, right?
Yeah, he's super twinked up, right?
Totally.
Super twinked up.
He'd get straight dudes to bone him, right?
Yeah.
If
anyone was gonna do it, if anyone was gonna convince a guy,
hell yeah.
Have you heard the latest thing about North Korea? About how North Korean guy's his brother. You remember the one that got killed on the reality show, where she spit like blood in his face or something like that.
Kim Jong-un's brother got killed, like in the Philippines or Indonesia.
Yeah, like he was hanging out. Malaysia. This girl came up. She's like, and then it was poison.
Yeah.
And he died. Turns out he was a CIA asset. Like, they got everything, dude.
That doesn't sound crazy to me.
Yeah. Like, dude, he was selling his shit out, and his brothers found out and offed him.
Good move.
Anything's
Good
possible.
fucking move.
Yeah, dude.
I mean,
so you don't believe nuclear weapons are real?
No.
You don't believe it all?
No. There's no proof of it.
Is nuclear energy real?
That's real. I think nuclear bombs, that the whole nuclear bomb thing may be designed to bury the nuclear power plant industry. Because nuclear became, the word nuclear became evil when the bomb was dropped. Before nuclear power plants, it was just a way to heat water or something, like uranium just heats up water. Or
Yeah.
It's like a power source. It's like some people think it's a highly efficient power source that maybe the fossil fuel or the oil, the coal power plants wanted to bury. So when you look at nuclear bombs and the whole history and the timeline, it was a theory initially. Nuclear bombs, like, man, if we could split an atom inside of a bomb, shit, it'll cause critical mass, and these bombs would just be insane, and whoever would have these bombs would rule the world. So they started the Manhattan Project it's like the March of Dimes when they were trying to find a cure for, what was it, like multiple sclerosis or something?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? What was
Jerry
that?
Lewis's
Or was it polio or
telethon?
something? First it was polio, March of Dimes for polio, then it was for something else.
Right.
Anyway, so that's what the nuclear bomb thing was. They started the Manhattan Project, threw a bunch of money at, got all these scientists, and their mission was to try to figure out how to split an atom inside of a bomb. When, before that, it was just nuclear power plants. You know what I mean? They were just making power. So when you see when you go back and you look at the video footage of like nuclear bomb test sites, like, first of all, the bombs you see blowing up like in the distance in like the desert, who the fuck knows what kind of bomb that is? It could be any kind of fucking bomb. You know what I mean? That could be. How do you know that's a nuclear bomb?
they say that those bombs were fire bombs, right?
Yeah. So when Hiroshima, Nagasaki, when those cities got the bomb dropped on them, apparently the Japanese were the whole country was bombed. They were firebombed. All the cities were firebombed, and Nagasaki and Hiroshima looked the same. They started rebuilding right away.
Like they moved right in, right?
Yeah. What happened to 500 years? What happened to 500 years of radiation? The conspiracy theory is they never figured out how to split an atom inside of a bomb. So that was the proof that it worked. They go boom, they dropped a couple bombs, and they said, look, it worked. We figured it out. We figured out nuclear weapons. So the conspiracy theory is no, they didn't. They just pretended they did.
So yeah, so go there. So this is the most interesting thing, right? So Hiroshima, okay, gets a bomb dropped on it, Aaron, okay? But look at Chernobyl, where we know had a big nuclear explosion, and it looks like fucking Game of Thrones, like winter set in, like White Walkers.
Well, that's okay. There's the thing about that is this is the conspiracy theory, right? The conspiracy theory is, since they claimed they invented the nuclear bombs, right, and the nuclear bomb, and then now everybody wants a nuclear bomb. Right?
Yes.
So we use that as a reason to invade countries that are trying to build a nuclear bomb. Everybody's trying to build a nuclear bomb. It's in every fucking movie. Mission Impossible still with the nuclear bombs. They're scaring us with these nuclear bombs. The Russians said, hey, shit, we'll do that too. We got nuclear bombs. You know what I mean? So when a nuclear power plant blows up, as opposed to a coal power plant, when a coal power plant blows up, it burns a lot of people die, they get fried, but they rebuild. They don't shut down the city. But since they already made nuclear bombs like the most evil and scary thing on the planet, when a nuclear power plant blows up, they got to sacrifice the city. They go, everyone get out. There's a lot of radiation. It's going to kill you. But the conspiracy theory is there's Chernobyl just hasn't been cleaned up in years, and it's just overrun with like weeds and wildlife. But the conspiracy theory is the city is fine and people go in there all the time. But now there's
they don't have like cancer and shit like that.
That's the conspiracy theory. But then you look at Netflix, they have that Chernobyl series,
HBO,
and it's all just like contaminated,
yeah.
right? So you look at that and you're like, they're trying to push that shit. So the conspiracy theory is like, even with Fukushima, like there's people that go in there. There's people that go, there's tours. You could take a tour through Fukushima. The town is completely deserted, but you could take a tour through Fukushima. You can watch that on Netflix. It's called The Dark Tourist. He's like Anthony Bourdain, but he goes through the weirdest,
some weird ass
shit.
I'd like to do that.
He was in Fukushima, and they have their little radiation, and it's going, But, the conspiracy theory is there's a guy named Galen Windsor. And he was a guy who built nuclear power plants like in the 50s or whatever. And he's an expert he knows everything about power plants, worked at them, built them. He went, once they made nuclear evil, they had to make nuclear power plants evil. So the government came in and started putting all these regulations, and it fucked the nuclear power plant business up. So his name is Galen Windsor. And you could walk, Galen Windsor Nuclear, just put Galen Windsor Nuclear. He's saying uranium and plutonium aren't dangerous. He's saying they're making it dangerous, but it's not dangerous. He would eat it, swim in pools of uranium. He would eat it. He goes, it's not dangerous. This is all bullshit. He's saying it's all bullshit. They're just trying to shut down the industry.
Shut up.
He said it's all bullshit. Galen Windsor, watch it. That guy right there.
He said
hour and a half.
Oh, the Galen Windsor Grand Nuclear Hoax. Is there a short one? Oh yeah, do the 2 minute one. The 2 minute one. Oh, we can't hear it, right? Correct. Oh, you fucking evil. Oh yeah, do this. Dude, this is the best part. Listen.
No, there's one right there.
Okay, where is it? I want to hear
it. Anyways. It's he says a lot of shit. But he's basically saying
he looks angry.
He looks
like one of Jeff Dunham's puppets.
He's actually not saying.
He's not saying
anything. I've never heard him say that nuclear bombs aren't real. I've never heard him say that. But what he said is, 3 Mile Island, there was a nuclear power plant that exploded. They cleared everybody out. He goes, I'll go in there right now and fix that motherfucker up and have it running. But they won't let me because they think it's too dangerous. Because it's not too dangerous. And he goes, look, he'll bring out some uranium and he'll have like that. What are those Geiger counters or whatever?
Yeah.
And then he'll fucking put it in his mouth. He'll swim with it. He does all this shit. He used to do seminars and go, dude, this is all bullshit. They're trying to scare us with this shit. Because, and he didn't say why. But I think I'm jumping to the conclusion that if nuclear bombs are the scariest thing on the planet, like we were brought up to believe that there was a red button in Russia and a red button in the United States, and who's going to press the button and blow up the world? It's all bullshit. You're not going to blow up the fucking world with bombs. No way. The world is way too fucking big. It's bullshit. Red, you're gonna press a red. There's a red button. You're gonna send all the fucking bombs. That's like some comic book shit, dude.
So they
got us. They got us with a lot of shit. They scared us with a lot of shit, dude.
Dude, he looks like Jeff Dunham's puppet, doesn't he?
Watch that video, Nuclear Bombs Don't Exist by Eric Dubé. He'll break it off, dude. He's got all the Galen Windsor stuff in there. He's got it all. It's like a 3-hour video on YouTube. He's got it all. It's just designed to scare us. What do we do? We're gonna invade Iran because there's rumors that they're trying to build a nuclear bomb. That is some comic book shit. They got other reasons they're going in. They're probably going in there because Iran wants to start their own currency or something. That has something to do with money or banks or something like that. But they go, oh no, weapons of mass destruction. Weapons of mass destruction. Bitch, we got weapons of mass destruction. What are you talking about? Everyone's trying to build a fucking bomb. Everybody. And you know what? I bet those fucking countries, they believe the nuclear bombs are real. And then like American politicians like Hillary and like Secretary of Defense, whoever it is, they go, yeah, we'll sell you some fucking nuclear secrets. And they're going, really? Nuclear secrets? Yeah, for like 10 million. And so they sell them these nuclear secrets, but they go, you got to figure out how to do it though. I'm not going to show you, but I'll give you, just give us the info. And they're all trying to do it and they never could figure it out. They're blowing up
It's got to be like being like when you get to the highest level of Scientology and they hand you and it's all the scribbles and you're like, what did I just pay for this fucking doodling on a napkin?
you know how much money you can make selling fucking nuclear like documents and shit to like the enemy, and they're never gonna figure it out because we didn't figure it out. We didn't figure it out. You could believe in nuclear bombs if you want. You can. I don't give a shit, but I don't.
Some kid made some nuclear bombs from like middle schooler. Did you hear that? That's supposed.
Oh, I believe that.
And that's what I'm saying. No, and that's what I'm saying. If some kid in middle school can do it, you tell me some super scientists in Iran.
No, they're trying in North Korea. They're trying, or wherever.
Well, like,
everybody's trying.
It's very interesting because let's say that what you're saying is true, and I have no reason not to believe it. I'm just saying for the skeptics.
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know what's true.
Skeptics,
I don't know
right?
what's true. I'm just telling you what I believe. I don't have evidence.
That they have
It's
to
just
keep this lie. Let's just say for the skeptic in the corner there, right? That they don't believe. So they have to keep this lie up. That they have to play ball with this guy in North Korea just to keep the lie going?
I don't know how it works, man. I don't know. I just haven't seen any proof. Like for me, I just need the proof. Just show me the proof, and just showing me a video of a bomb going off. Is that proof that that's a nuclear bomb? How do I know it's not a hydrogen bomb or something? I don't know. So I don't need to believe it. I'm not making any money if I believe it. It's not. There's not a bonus check you get from the government if you believe. If there was, I would say yeah, I believe in it. You know what I mean? You know, they made you sign some kind of fucking document that said you believed in nuclear bombs, and they'll, you know, give you $10,000 tax break or whatever. I would do it. I'd say, yeah, I believe it. But you don't get any benefit from believing it. People just want to believe it like they're gonna make money off it or something.
Have you seen that the countries that we're wanting to engage in right now, there's 4 of them: Syria, Iran, North Korea, and Venezuela are the last 4 countries that don't have Rothschild centralized banks.
Makes sense.
Like, doesn't that shock any? I mean, like, it doesn't shock you and me because we know this is a pattern, but like, how is that just a coincidence?
Indoctrination's strong, dude. You know, the good news is once that shell of indoctrination cracks, it's just like a dam. Cracks don't crack. If it cracks, if you can get your shell of indoctrination to crack, it's just like a dam. The dams don't fix itself. That crack will continue to grow and splinter, and then boom, all the water will rush through, and it'll never come back. You know what I mean? So if your shit's cracking, you're on your way. If you're on the fence, if you say shit like, I'm not married to the ball, or I don't know, I'm not a flat earther, but they do have some interesting points, you're going to be a flat earther eventually.
Right here. The only countries left in 2019 without centralized owned banks or controlled by Rothschild family are Cuba, North Korea, Iran, Syria, Venezuela.
Bang, you won all of them.
Yeah. Can you believe that?
Those are the ones.
Who runs the world, dude? Who runs the world? Is it like fucking the Jesuits? Do you believe in Jesuits?
Oh, I'm balls deep in Jesuits.
Talk to me about Jesuits.
Balls deep.
Dude, like I believe...
The Jesuit order?
Oh, yeah.
Never designed... Dude, the Jesuit order comes from the Vatican. And to me, the Vatican has never been Christian. The Vatican was always pretending to be Christian. The Vatican was always about Satan and Lucifer.
I think
there's no
Saturn
way...
is
I think the Vatican has always pretended to be about Christ. They're not about Christ. They're about killing Christ. The only reason Rome converted to Christianity was because they were losing the people. And Constantine was like, okay, we'll be fucking Christian. But we're going to start our own Christianity. It's going to be called the Roman Catholic Church. And we have a pope. He talks to Jesus like every day, so you're going to have to suck his dick. And then we have the cardinals. They talk to Jesus like once every other week. And then the bishops talk to Jesus once a month. So... these guys have power. These guys are rock stars, okay? But we got your Jesus over here, but you got to talk to the Pope. He's like the living Jesus, you know? So basically they use Jesus to create this power structure. Yeah.
Like this Pope is like rewriting all the rules. Like there's no hell, he just said out of nowhere. And I forget.
He's trying to make a one world religion. They're trying to get together with like leaders of Islam and or something like that, right?
Well, what about the fact that the Queen just came out and says it's been proven she's related to Mohammed? The fuck?
I believe it.
Where do they come from? If you're not an Anunnaki guy and you're not a lizard person guy, why are all these people related?
I think it's, it's like in Hollywood, right? You got like these powerful club promoters, and they have this badass club. It's called Babylon. It's fucking the shit. dudes can't get in. You better bring 10 chicks if they're gonna let you in. You know what I mean? Very hard to get into. They only let celebrity guys in and hot chicks. It's called Babylon. And the club promoters are just fucking raking in the cash. Well, within 2 years, that club's going down. There's no way around it. It's going to die. So Babylon dies. So the club promoters, do they die with Babylon?
No.
No, they open up another club on the other side of town called Egypt, right? So then they got this badass club, Egypt, us the new shit, fucking Paris Hilton's there, all that shit. And then in 2 years, that one dies, right? So where do the club promoters die? No, they go to Rome, their new club, Rome. And then they part of that one stays open 5 years, you know what I mean? They blow that shit up, you know, nothing but hot chicks, dudes can't get in. and then Club Rome dies, right? And then some promoters say, fuck it, I'm going to go over and start this club called the UK. And other promoters go, I'm going to start this club called Germany, you know? And then from there, boom, the club promoter in the UK. But they all work for the same promoters. Yeah, exactly. And then the club promoter in the UK says, dude, there's this badass location. We want to open up this fucking place called the United States. You know what I mean? Let's blow that shit up. You know, that's the way I think the bloodlines work. You know, the club promoters don't die.
They're all from the same promoting
and
family.
they're already preparing the next. They're not loyal to any country or anything like that. They're beyond that shit. They're international. They're just about the power. So I think that's how the bloodlines run. The bloodlines
Can you watch any television or movies anymore? I mean, like. Is like
barely. The only movies I could watch are animated movies for my son because I blue pill the shit out of him. I'm not trying to red pill him at all, so we do all the blue pill shit, and I use that time to take naps, dude. There's so many pictures of my wife has taken of me where we're at the movies and I'm like this, and then I wake up and I check my phone and it's a picture of that. You know what I mean? So, but like regular movies to me, I think all blockbuster movies are part of the agenda. I think it's all propaganda. I think the only real legit movies are independent movies. It's the only ones. They got to be indie, and I bet they got control of a lot of the indie ones too. But the big ones, the blockbuster ones, even like my favorite movie of all time, and it's every dude's favorite movie, Scarface, right? Yep. If you look at that. What is the propaganda in that movie? Distraction from the CIA bringing in the drugs. They're the ones bringing in the drugs, but they want everyone to think it's Cubans, or it's only Cubans, or it's only Mexicans.
Dude,
you know what I mean? So meanwhile, everyone's like, fuck, look what the Cubans are doing. And they did. They were bringing in drugs, but so was the CIA.
But think about this, dude. How many of your fucking mob organizations are heavily fucking Catholic? They're all Catholic, except for when you go into the Italian, all Latin America, Cuba, Mexico. They're all Catholic.
Yeah.
And it's like, why is that? Because they are the black market side, where the CIA is the legal side of the same coin. It's all the Catholic Church. That's why you always see them kissing the ring of their pastor or their priest when they go and they ask the father, and they're all, because that's going to the office, man. It is organized from the fucking Jesuits, and the black fucking nobility have set that up, and that organized crime is just another fucking office of the Catholic Church.
Well, they say there's one level above that.
Black nobility.
One level above that.
Even black nobility?
I think so. But anyways, I don't know anything.
All
I know is the Vatican created the Society of Jesus, which are also known as the Jesuits, and their plan.
They created Islam. They created Scientology, the Mormonism. They created all this stuff.
The Vatican?
I
didn't know that.
They created the CIA, right? The CIA, dude. The CIA.
I didn't know the
CIA is just an offshoot of the fucking Jesuits.
Look at how tight the Nazis were with the Vatican.
Dude, they ran to the Vatican when they were in trouble, dude.
They were tight. That's crazy.
Those Jesuits, dog. That's why I tell people, man, if you're sitting there going, Jews run everything, gays are corrupting the youth, fucking Mexicans take your job. There's somebody above that.
There's a guy on YouTube. His name is Alan Lamont. He's Irish, and his whole life, is dedicated to breaking down the Jesuit order, and I listen to him all the goddamn time.
What's his name?
Alan Lamont. Let me see.
Let's look him up, dude, because I'm gonna find that.
Put Alan Lamont Jesuit. See what
get
happens.
Alan Lamont on.
Jesuit.
Hey, is your boy still facing a felony?
Jesuit. UIT. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, that's him. Alan Lamont. That guy right there. Listen to him go off, dude. He knows so much
We're gonna get him
about
on.
the Vatican.
Yeah,
Dude.
we'll get him on. We'll talk.
Oh, totally, dude. He's
Shady shit, but dude, organized crime is a fucking offshoot and an arm of the Catholic Church. Look at the fucking IRA, dude. Straight up fucking Catholic.
Yeah. So where do you stand on there's some people that believe like the Jews run everything.
No, I think the Jesuits made that. I think the fucking Rothschilds are Jesuits that were made to seem like Jews.
What if the Jews formed the Vatican and the Jesuits?
No, dude, the Jesuits formed that shit. The Jesuits, I believe, are just an offshoot of the Khazarians, dog. And the Khazarians became the Jesuits. And the Jesuits created...
Well, the Jesuits were created by the Vatican. Well, the Vatican created
but
the
Jesuits.
Jesuits.
Khazarians are even before that, dude. That's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll look at the
I don't know.
timeline.
You know what? I don't
believe
hard,
the
it's hard to
Jews run
tell.
jack shit.
You know?
I don't. I think that
What about Israel? What do you
I
think?
think that the highest levels of Israel, it's like the United States, dude. On the basic level, people are just people, and they're getting just bombarded with propaganda, demonizing somebody else that they think just wants to control and destroy them. Okay, but on a basic level, I mean, how many Jews do you know? They're just like, I got Jews
No.
are fucking broke as fuck making pizzas, dog.
Totally.
You know, but
and Catholic, you can say the same thing about Catholics.
yeah, dude. But at the highest level, it's not their religions, dude. They wear these as masks. Like if they walked around going, "Hey, I worship the black cube of Saturn and we eat children," you'd be like, "Fucking hang that dog."
Hey, what year was the Vatican built?
What year was the Vatican?
Do you have any idea? Take a guess.
Do you know?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna go.
I always wonder, and I always want to look it up, but I forget to look it up.
If Christianity was like in the form that we understand was 400 years after Jesus, so it has to be just after that. What are you looking at? No.
The Vatican. When was the Vatican built?
Yeah, look up. I mean, this is a guy who got slosh using fucking ways. Okay, so dude, when was the Vatican invented?
You could just punch that in.
Yeah, just try that, dude. Try
the
put it in.
Vatican City.
No, just put it. When was the Vatican founded? When was the
Built.
Catholic Church founded?
No. When was the Vatican built? There you go.
1506.
Okay. Interesting. That's,
I'm telling you, bro. It's these.
Dude, that was right after the Columbus discovered the New World.
And he's
a few years after that.
Yeah.
Few years after that, right? 1492, right?
Yeah,
Wasn't that the year?
But,
So that was 1492. That's 14 years after the New World. Damn, the Vatican's old as shit, dude.
old as shit, dude.
Dude, the
But
Vatican
that's
is
just
old.
But dude, they were all around. Those fucking black nobility guys have been around since Rome.
Yeah.
They're around since Rome. They were the one, you know.
What about the lost empire of Tartaria?
Oh, look
Have you
that
looked
up.
in
We
that?
gotta do an episode on that shit too, dude.
There's not that much information.
Yeah, but
it
that's-
looks like it's in maps and shit. They go, wait a minute, what's this fucking empire on these maps that it got completely erased by our history? Nobody ever talks about that shit.
And isn't there a map that they put out that like they hadn't even discovered Antarctica yet, but somehow it's on this fucking map?
There's a lot of crazy old maps.
And how
out there.
crazy is it if you do a flat, or if you make the Earth flat, the center is Israel?
No, the center is North Pole.
No, look it up.
The center of the flat Earth model is the North
I'm saying
Pole.
if you took, if you took the Earth, right, and you flattened it out, right in the middle, I think,
is North Pole.
depending on where you flatten it, right?
It depends
Well-
where you plant it at.
Yeah, I mean, but if you flatten it the flat Earth model is really kind of like looking over the North Pole, and then like if this was a ball, they would open it up, and the middle is the North Pole.
And the South Pole would kind of be
Because like one thing we know for sure is compasses. There's some magnetic force in the north, right? That's one thing we know for sure. I don't need to read a study that says compasses point to some magnetic force in the north. There's something that's fucking making these things point to the fucking north, dude. It's a compass. And it's going, no matter where you're at, it's that way. It's that way. It's that. We know that for sure. And another thing we know for sure is the North Star, Polaris, is directly over the North Pole. So the Polaris is directly over the North Pole, which has this force that is making all compasses point towards it. And then when you look at time-elapse photography of the stars, Polaris doesn't move at all, and all the stars go around Polaris.
What I found interesting.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. That
We
no
know-
matter where you are in the world,
Polaris is over the North Pole,
Yeah.
and stars are going around
yeah,
Polaris.
I could be in Latin America. It's
So
still
it's
in the
like
north.
it's like whatever force
Right.
compasses are pointing to,
Right.
that force goes up and connects to Polaris.
So we
dude.
have this. We have this.
Too much
right?
of a coincidence.
Here we are,
that-
right? This is the globe right here, right? And if I'm right here, okay, I look up, there's Polaris, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm right here, why is it still in the same spot? That's what you're saying. If I'm right here, let's say I'm here in like...
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if you look at... I'm just saying you're talking about a ball. I'm not talking about a ball.
No, but I'm saying if the ball theory is correct, right? You're saying that if I'm sitting right here, Polaris should be right up there, right? But if I'm sitting here on the bottom, I should not be able to see Polaris because there's Earth in front of me, right? And I should be looking down this way. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that, but I understand what you're saying. But no matter what, no matter how high anything is, the further it goes away, if something is, let's just say 100,000 feet above you, and it stays at that altitude, 100,000 feet, the further it starts flying away, and it's still 100,000, the further it starts flying away, it'll descend. That's your perspective. So the further it goes away, it'll descend until it's gone, and it's too small, and it disappears in the horizon. That's how things work. That's when you stand in the middle of the street. You stand right there in the middle of the street. All the light posts, every light post, is shorter. Then the next one is shorter, and then the next, like to you, the light poles are like this. Then the next one's a little shorter. The next one's a little shorter, and it's coming in too. They're getting shorter, and it's coming in. Are they really shorter? No, it just appears that way because of your perspective. So you're actually looking at an optical illusion. You're actually seeing that second post is shorter. It's an optical illusion. It is shorter according to your vision, but you know it's the same size. But you're not looking at it. It's just the perspective.
And
it's not the distance. Distance too, and the perspective with the distance. So, the North Star, the further you get away from the North Pole, whether it's flat or a ball, the lower it's going to get, and lower until there's going to be a point where you're not going to be able to see it. You know, there's a certain point. You're just not always going to be able to see it. So some people think, oh, it's because we're going around the ball, I can't see it. No, it's just because even if it's flat, at a certain point, you're not going to be able to see it anymore. You're just so goddamn far away, right? Same thing with the sun. Right. Same thing with the sun. Because on a flat Earth...
How far away do you think the sun is?
The sun is super close.
You think the sun is super close?
Like if like let's just say the International Space Station, right?
Right.
That's supposedly 250 miles in the sky. In space. It's in space. That's what they say.
Right.
And it's about 250 miles. There's people that think, a lot of flat earthers think that the sun is probably 3,000 miles away. And it's the exact same distance as the moon, and they're the same size and the same distance, and they're like a pair, like one's the night sun and one's the day sun. And when you look at them, they're exactly the same size. And during eclipses, what are the coincidence? What are the odds that they're the exact same size? So what they say is, oh yeah, they appear to be the same size, but the sun is 400 times bigger than the moon, and it's exactly 400 times further away, so that's why they appear to be the same. Something like that. It's some nonsense like that. It's something like that. But flat earthers believe that the sun is close, the moon is close, and they're like, look at it. Next time you look, when the sun's behind clouds, where you have shades on, you could see you could see it. That shit ain't 93 million miles away. And nobody checks that shit. No one checks like everyone that's gotten A's in physics or fucking they've been to college and they get A's or whatever. How many of them have proven to themselves with an experiment that the sun is really 93 million miles away? I'll tell you how many. None of them have proved it. None of them. When you look into like where they got that number, when you look into it, in 1961, NASA invented some kind of fucking laser that triangulates like Venus and the moon and all that. Then they got the 93 million mile answer. With some shit that NASA only has access to, that's how they know that the sun is 93 million miles away. But everyone just says, yeah, I got a fucking A. Like, how many people do you know did an experiment that proved that the sun is 93 million miles away? No, you just read it somewhere.
Yeah.
And you're regurgitating it.
That is my biggest problem.
You're just
with
reading
everything, is that nobody, even if we're not even talking flat Earth, but we're talking geopolitics, nobody does any research, and they still think they have a PhD in everything.
Yeah.
I tell people, it's like, oh, you flat Earth. I go, dude, I've done no research. I just regurgitate what I was told as a kid.
I'll bet everything I have that Neil deGrasse Tyson didn't do any experiment that proved that the sun is 93 million miles away. He found out just like everybody else found out in a textbook or Googled it. You know what I mean? You think Bill, the science guy, actually did an experiment and proved without a shadow of a doubt that the sun is 93 miles away? It's impossible. Everyone just accepts that shit.
What is the goal? Why would they lie to us? What is the point of that?
The New World Order. Alien invasion. They're trying to create aliens. It's all about
to control us for how long?
They're preparing us for a fake alien invasion to scare us into a New World Order because that's the only way it's going to happen. We're going to beg the government to protect us. If there's these giant fucking spaceships and
Give
shit.
them everything? We're going to give them everything? No.
Oh, dude, are you kidding? If there was an actual gigantic mothership hovering above you and they were fucking shooting lasers and killing people, we would be running to the military. We'd be running to the government, just like Independence Day. You think that's a fucking, just some random movie? They're getting us ready for it. The only reason they haven't done it yet is they don't think they have the technology yet. They have holograms and shit, but once they decide to go full blown, dude, they can't back out. And right now is the perfect time with all this D-class going on and all this shit. Right now is the time for the fake alien invasion. That's why on the news there's UFOs all over the fucking news every day. All these Navy pilots say they saw fucking UFOs. Oh, the Pentagon officials say they saw. Look at it. They're pushing aliens so fucking much right now. It's just like that documentary Abducted in Plain Sight, where that fucking guy convinces that little 12-year-old girl that she got abducted by an alien, just so you see that? Yeah. That's exactly we're in one of those things. We're in a big but they don't know when to pull the trigger, because when they pull the trigger, it better be good, because there's going to be a lot of doubters that this is real. They gotta go. Imagine
hard to paint,
and that's the only thing that's going to save their ass. If the Q thing is real and the D class is real and people are going to jail, like the deep state are going to jail, Brennan, Hillary, Obama, Clapper, all those motherfuckers, they all going to jail. Good time for a fake alien invasion. Go for it. What do you got to lose?
You still think they're going to jail because we're 3 years into
you're not paying attention, are you?
Why? What's going on?
Dude, it's all going down, dude. Little by little, it's getting deeper and deeper and deeper. Okay. It's happening, dude.
I've been following Q. I get hit up constantly by our listeners about Q.
No, it's
I understand.
I follow X22 report. I listen to that every day. Dan Bongino is awesome too. Dan
is a good one,
dude. Listen to him. He'll tell you the truth about what's going on.
I like both sides.
It's every day, little by little, little by little. They're burying
your thoughts on guns. Someone said that Trump is going to outlaw silencers. Are you worried that they're coming for our guns?
That's something that concerns me, because, like I said, I'm hoping and I'm totally down and on top of everything Q and everything going down in Washington, D.C. and the way it looks like the deep state's panicking. It looks like little by little the D class is coming out. There's little information every day that comes out that Trump was framed with the Russian hoax by the FBI, CIA, the Hillary, Obama administration.
Is there a fight between the CIA and the NSA?
It appears that way. It looks like the NSA is the one that's busting them all out. But there's always, something in the back of my mind that goes, okay, if this is all a trick, how would it go down? If it was all a trick, it would go down like this. It would a few years ago or whatever, maybe all the Illuminati kicking back and they just say, you know what? I think it's fucking time to make United States a military fucking regime. How do we do that? And they know the only way to do that is to, just like the New World Order, you got to have the people embrace a military regime. You can't force a military regime on a country like the United States. We got too many guns. So the only way to do that is to get them to embrace it. So if someone came to me, like the Illuminati came to me in some other world or whatever, how do we do it? I go, shit, you know what was going on back on Earth? This is really easy. Just make the left bury themselves, make them so fucking retarded that everyone just fucking just goes to the right. Everyone just goes to the right, and the left is exposed as child traffickers and doing treasonous activities and get everyone against
Couldn't
them.
agree more.
Have them push fucking
Throw the fight.
Have them push transgenders in elementary school. All the crazy shit. Have them push late term abortions. What else crazy shit can we do to force people to the right?
Yeah.
And then people will realize that the deep state is so deep that the only way to save the country is with military tribunals. And so what's going on right now, the people that are following Q and the patriots, they're waiting for the military tribunals. They are embracing the military tribunals. So we can. So what I'm saying is it's good if this is all real, if the deep state is like, if this isn't a trick, but it could also work as a trick as well. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It could also work. That would be a brilliant idea if the plan was to get everyone to embrace a military regime.
The head of the DNC and everybody in Washington, D.C., they are throwing the fight.
They're trying to get fired. They're all trying to get fired.
Is a psyop. She's got big tits. She's hot. She's saying retarded shit.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you a sex tape is about to drop at some point. And then they're going to, guys are going to be like, oh. And women are going to be like, I can't believe someone released it. And it's going to galvanize behind her. And it's all bullshit. Yeah. Dude, I tell everybody on the left, look at the countries that are our size that took your guns. What happened? Mass slaughter at 20 million people. Russia, China, okay? Mass slaughter. Then look at how those countries treat women, ethnics, and gays like shit. Okay, so that's what's coming down the line if you want to take away your guns. And everyone's like, well, they got these sonars, they got these blah, blah, blah. Dude, some resistance is better than no resistance.
Yeah, when people say that, like, oh, you have a gun at your house? Like, you think you're going to have time to get that gun if someone fucking breaks in? I'm like, maybe not. But shit, I'd rather take that chance.
I'd rather have the thought of it.
If my alarm goes off, I have an alarm. If that alarm goes off, my gun's ready to go, dude.
Yeah.
Me and my wife are
People
both
are crazy,
packing,
dude.
You know?
And listen, dude, they would literally have to destroy the entire system to come out and destroy the American population. And then their system's shot. They can't do it. That's why if you push back even a little, look at when they tried to go into Iran. You push back a little, they go, Because, dude, if the system isn't moving, they don't make their money. And if the fucking, the people who pay into the system get pissed off, the system crashes. They are servants to us if we really all came together. But that's why they get us fighting. That's why we're fighting over race and sex and sexual orientation. Because if we actually all came together and we realize it's middle class and poor versus the elite rich, we could fucking take everything back. But you're too busy you're too busy getting angry on Twitter and demonizing the other group instead of realizing that no matter what his color is, he's still on your level, dog. So with this, it is the big 200. I appreciate you guys both spending time with me. Let's bring it home. You don't even have to shit on what was said, or you can just give a couple seconds of just what's been like to have to endure these 200. It's time for everyone's favorite subject. Favorite time. Aaron, thoughts?
Aaron.
Don't be an idiot.
Hey, Ron. Well, you better be sick, dead, or mute. Hey, Ron. You done messed up, hey, Ron.
You filthy animal.
Yes, Aaron. Thoughts. Big 200.
Congratulations, guys. 200.
Well, Aaron, we love you very much. We appreciate you coming with us. We love you
too,
to
guys.
death. And even though you've gotten 2 years of some of the best info in the world, and your insistence on not listening to him, I love you with all my heart. Guys, Eddie Bravo, I love you. You're one of my favorite people on the planet and one of my very good friends. I consider you extremely close. XG, you are one of the only sane human beings in my life, and I appreciate that. We love you all very much. Thank you for being with us for another 200. May Tinfoil Hat have another 200. Bigger, better, faster, stronger. We'll see you guys soon. Texas, we're coming. Bye.
Nice. You got a show tonight.